Halifax traditionally is an old city. Now I know that sentence doesn't make a lot of sense, but let me explain. Halifax became a city in 1842, and there is a lot of history here. You've got Fort Needham Park, the Citadel, and a lot of the peninsula was shaped by the Halifax explosion. But as cities start to grow, they also start to change. And that's what I've come here today to capture, is where the old meets the new. So what Halifax have done with some of its older buildings is keep the fascia of the existing building, tear down the inside, and then redevelop. So you have what looks to be from street level, the original building, with the new development through the middle, kind of a mix of the old and the new. And I kind of love it. Now I am talking purely from a visual point of view. I know these redevelopments can sometimes be controversial, and they do often affect a lot of the local businesses around them. Now I know there can be some debate when should you take down old and just replace it with new, and having lived in Europe I've seen it done both ways, where cities and countries have spent a lot of money maintaining very old things, and the cost is exponentially more expensive than building. And then people ask, what about, what the city needs, and what about, infrastructure for everybody else? And I've also seen it done the other way, where they just tear down the old and build new, and you kind of lose that history. So what I like to look at is the way that, at least what we're currently doing here, although it might not be perfect, is we are kind of maintaining that balance between the old and the new. Change is always tough, but it's also, more often than not, usually inevitable. Now the first building that I can really remember being redeveloped this way is the now RBC building just off Lower Water Street. I remember it being controversial, but even today, from street level, you can still get the feeling of that old classic building that was there. It's only when you look from afar you can see the newer development above it. Now I do completely understand for some people this is an eyesore and not what they wanted at all, but it does give us a way of maintaining some of these historic buildings with some beautiful architecture you just don't see built anymore, and still gives the city a way of developing and expanding as it needs to. Our city's continuing to change, and I hope right now as we redevelop, we can find a healthy balance between maintaining what is old, supporting what is new, and keeping that history and that character that makes Halifax so unique. Thank you for watching this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and if you've got any questions about Halifax, please let me know in the comments below.